rainbows and tigers. They're 12 to 14 inches, and they're just fat. Like you can tell they've grown up in the lake. There's a lot of food in this lake. So
good.
It's a really, really pretty place. You can look right up and see the top of Greens Peak from where I'm at. I'm on the east end of the lake, and I'm looking west right at Greens Peak. It's right there. So that's the area the lake is in. Outstanding.
Beautiful area. What are you seeing for elk and deer?
We saw a lot of elk and deer when we were bear hunting. I haven't seen many on this trip, but I'm not really traveling at the optimal times and through the optimal zone. But man, there's a lot of elk and a lot of deer out here. We saw and a lot of turkey. Saw a lot of turkey.
Ooh.
So they're alive and well.
Good. Are the elk talking?
I have heard a couple of elk bugle, but very sporadically. Very sporadically. Shouldn't be long. Shouldn't be long. And I'll tell you, the other thing that's happened up here is it's cold. I got a vest on right now. It's a little chilly, and those afternoon storms have come in, and it gets cold. You better have a jacket.
Yeah, enjoy it. I had Friday. I spent 4 hours in a beer cooler with the door closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right, what's happening down at AZ Fly Shop? What do you got going on?
AZ Fly Shop. We're getting ready for the Fly Fish Film Tour. It's coming to Phoenix on September 24th. The other thing we've got going on is the Carp Rally is happening on the 23rd and 24th. We'll do the awards at the Fly Fish Film Tour. It's going to be at Moon Valley Country Club. Don, I hope you're going to be there. We got a lot of people from Game and Fish that are going to be there. I think we've got some people coming down from the White Mountain Apache tribe. They'll be coming down, and be several hundred people. We'll have a good silent auction going on, and we're going to benefit the Homeless ID Project, Trout Unlimited, and Casting for Recovery with the event. So all the proceeds, 100% of ticket sales, silent auction, raffle, all of it's going to split up between those three charities. So we hope to have a good event.
Outstanding. Yeah, well, we'll keep in touch. So that's good stuff. Have you got any classes over at the shop you need to mention?
We've got 2 classes. We've got several classes, but 2 of them, twice a month, we do a primer to fly fishing. It's 0 to hero in 2 hours. It's the class the fish do not want you to know about. It's every other Wednesday night. You can find it on the website, azflyshop.com. We've also got fly tying classes twice a month. And coming up here, as we get into the fall and winter, Cinda Howard will be putting on some one-day full classes, a little more comprehensive. You'll be in the shop, and in the afternoon you'll go out to the park and work on casting for a couple of hours. So that's what we've got in terms of classes, and cool. We've got a lot of new people getting out on the water and fishing. We love seeing it.
That's outstanding. All right, we got to go. You be safe up there, and then look out for bears.
Hey, thanks for having me, Don.
All right. Wonderful man, good sportsman, avid fly fisherman, one of the best in the West. Chris Rich, you can catch him over at AZ Fly Shop, 51 in Cactus. So, all right, we're going to flip down into another quick break. Then we're going to go over to the left coast. And do you spend much time on the saltwater?
I do not.
We got to go.
I'd love to.
Okay, we're going to get a hold of Captain Bill. I believe he's on the sat phone on the big ship Horizon. I'm Don McDowell.
Matt Shura.
And I'm sure Doug's asleep by now. Doug, wake up. Come on. Hey. Fox Sports 910.
The first stop on any fishing trip is Phoenix Fishing Supply, 16th Street, just south of Camelback Road. At Phoenix Fishing Supply, they are the saltwater experts and all things fishing since 1987. Name it, they've got it. Gowdy Ted and his team of experts can service all your rods, reels, and equipment. To ensure you have the equipment to fight the fight, spur up a new line, check your brakes, clutch, and drag system. While you're there, check out the best of rods, reels, lures, and terminal tackle for whatever you're fishing for. Phoenix Fishing Supply, 4810 North 16th Street. Don't lose the fight.
Really? Thanks for calling Grand Avenue Mini Storage. We are located at 3636 West Grand Avenue. We have units ranging from 4 foot by 4 foot all the way up to a 20 by 20. Yes, sir. I do think the 4-foot by 4-foot will hold all of your IRS crashed hard drives. No, sir. I don't think the 20 by 20 will hold all the people the White House has thrown under the bus, but do have room for that bus. Grand Avenue.
We got dead air. We got dead air in here.
Fishing boat on the left coast, Malahini Sport Fishing. Don't miss the boat or the fish. Book Malahini now at hmlanding.com or call them at 619-222-1144. Hey, I'm Don McDowell, and I fish Malahini.
Are you exhausted after a long day on the lake or in the mountains or a hectic work week? Need a boost before your next tournament? Facing the mountain or Monday morning? Living Waters IV Hydration will have you feeling and performing your best. Experienced caring nurses customize an intravenous treatment combining fluids, electrolytes, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to meet your individual needs in the comfort of your home, office, or event. Living Waters IV is Christian-based, nurse and veteran-owned. Discounts for first-time customers, military, nurses, and first responders. Accepts HSA, FSA funds. While you're at it, why not treat the lady in your life to a rejuvenating beauty package? Feel and look your best with the experienced caring nurses taking excellent care of your hydration needs. Visit livingwatersiv.com. Call or text 480-500-9504.
When you buy Kroger brand products, you feel like you're winning. That's because they offer proven quality at lower than low prices. In fact, we guarantee that you and your family will love how Kroger brand products taste, or you get your money back. So next time you're shopping for the family, look for delicious Kroger brand products, because they'll make you all feel like you're winning. Shop now, in-store, or online. Fries, fresh for everyone.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This segment is brought to you by Malahini Sport Fishing. Don't miss the boat or the bite. Book directly at malahinisportfishing.com. Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
All right, we do not have contact with the Horizon vessel, the new sport boat at Malahini Sport Fishing. Captain Bill's running the boat, so tried the sat phone. He's got to be busy, but overall, the dock count for yesterday was really good. 13 boats, 14 trips, 352 anglers. The highlights, 772 Dorado, excellent table fare. Only 18 bluefin tuna, the BFTs. 68 yellowfin, that was a good sign. I did see a picture. Somebody had some fish that indicate bonitas wiping up the rear, but I don't see any of the dock counts. So it's still good. It's time to go. I mean, it's not going to get any better than it is right now. The only question I have is the bluefin tuna. Where'd they go? Either that or the boats are not, running up to the Tanner Bank or out far enough to catch these guys. And again, Matt, these guys are schooling in 150 to 250, 300 pound plus.
Wow.
And it's scary. I mean, you'd be catching 25 to 45, 65 pound bluefin, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. Here comes these big bruisers come screaming through there. snapping lines, busting rods, and big manly men squealing like little 12-year-old schoolgirls.
I can tell you, I've only done one saltwater trip, and it was, I think the term is the cattle boat thing, but we were catching the 20 to 30 pound tuna, and just bass fishing. I just kind of tired of it strip and drag, and I mean how athletic and fast these fish are. I think I might have told you before.
Did you burn the thread off your thumb?
I tried to thumb the line, and after smoke started coming off my thumb, I realized that that's not a good idea. No. I'm not bass fishing for 2-pounders anymore. Yeah. So
one of the technique that's a hard automatic reaction is duct tape.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Duct tape your thumb.
That's the secret, huh?
Yeah.
No, but I'd love to go on a boat that wouldn't be so crowded, and it's tough, with tangled lines. And
even the Malahini boat. Let's see, they had 15 people. That boat will max out at 51.
Oh, so tons of room.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton of room on the boat. I think we got a little more of a smaller priced trip, but still fun. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, well, I've been on it with probably 45, 48 people, and it's crowded. And it's not so bad if you're fishing with people that know what they're doing.
Right.
But invariably, I mean, I get it. You got to share the deck with the first time guys, and then that's bad enough. I mean, you can help them, talk to them, and you'll help them get their fish in and catch more fish. And I don't mind hooking in hand, and if there's a guy standing there and he's not catching a fish, stab one and then say, "Here, take this." And that was my job on several of the boats that I crewed on. The Blue Horizon was one of them. I mean, that was hook in hand. It was a kick, but the one that really irks me, and there's usually payback, is the wise guy. Knows everything, smarter than everybody else, drinking way too much beer, and there's a thing called the tuna shuffle. You have to stay in front of your line, and if you do have a hookup, especially stay in front of your line, because it's going to cross over, 3 or 4 other guys and start popping lines. And, you tell the guy one time, "Hey, I'm coming over, I'm going under, whatever it is." If he doesn't move, it turns into full contact.
Yeah.
I do have some skills acquired over 15 years of martial arts. He's going to move. Okay.
I hear you.
So it's a great time. We start talking about frogs. What other gadgets do you have in there, fish catching gadgets that we haven't talked about yet?
Man, there's not enough time. That's the whole thing. To be versatile and consistently catch them year round, you really have to be good at throwing 4-pound line with a drop shot at one point and 80-pound braid punching, when I go to the Delta or Clear Lake, that kind of thing. Yeah. So being versatile is the key, and that's the whole thing. You asked me what I do at Roosevelt. If I was a weekend angler just wanting to catch fish, like I said, that drop shot, throw some topwater in the morning, and, throw that drop shot. But I'm looking for 5 big ones. So I'm going to go up in the river ends. I'm going to see if there's water coming in somewhere. All the stuff, and I'm going to throw bigger baits. I'm going to go flipping.
5 bites.
Flipping, with my favorite bait's the brush hog, as I've said before. Just to peg that Texas rig weight on the brush hog and start flipping trees and see if you can find an area where they're located. The thing is, the lake's so big right now. Roosevelt is where I'm headed, and it's just. It seems like they're kind of spread out, but you can find pockets of them for sure. But the fluke, that soft plastic jerkbait.
Let me ask you this: there was a time when we had reapers.
Yeah.
Do you have reapers?
Gosh, dang it! What's his name from Water Dog Willie's?
Rich Jones
used to make them.
Richie Jones.
Yeah, Ron Sampley. He made them too. Way more, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Jones and Bates brought him out, and he's another guy that's just evaporated. He had that skeeter boat that Jerry Tate's got, and that was the first bass boat I rode in. I went out with him one day, and it was kind of, I'll never forget the day because I had my fishing rods, and I get out to the boat, and he goes, "What are you doing with that junk?" I go, "Excuse me?" He says that those rods. And I had my favorite closed face Zepco 33 reels, and I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah, I had my 5-tier tackle box. He goes, "Just go put it back in your truck."
Yeah.
I said, "What's my favorite rod?" He goes, "You're going to use this."
You don't need that.
Yeah, give me a bait cache and be like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, I tend to do that with the kids tournaments that I fish. I'd take one look and check their line. Just look at what they have tied on, and I'm like, okay, use this one. Because I'm always wanting those kids to win when I'm out there with them. But and that's a neat deal too. Speaking of which, is learning and fishing as a co-angler, a non-boater is just a great way to learn. The Federation. BASS and TBF. Yeah. You can enter as a co-angler without a boat. They have midweek bass anglers that go out on Wednesdays, and even the U.S. Open. And actually, the Bill Egan just said they're looking for co-anglers still, or guys that sit in the back of the boat and fish. And they, you can win some good money. MLF is giving away a boat for first place co-angler. Cool. And I think the U.S. Open is $10,000 for first for the co-angler. So that's a great way to learn. And
what are the dates?
I'd have to look. It's in October, middle of October. So we're going to head up there.
That's better than the dead of summer.
Yeah. But this is actually at Mojave where we're fishing the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but still, it gets hotter than hell up at Mojave, too.
Yes, sir. I know for a fact. They used to remember when they had the U.S. Open in the middle of the summer, and 8 or 9 people got ambulance rides to the hospital.
Oh yeah,
because they either dehydration or just got overheated, and we talked about that quite a bit. Jump in the lake and hydrate and keep your electrolytes going. But fishing the tournaments is a totally different mindset. I'm going to look for those big bites and try to find the winning pattern where I can get those consistent, or have confidence that I can get bit 5 times and catch big fish. And then if that doesn't work, then I'm going to slow down and just look for fish.
What's your strategy going into Mojave this time?
We got a week to figure it out. So it's a clear water lake. You can see your jig in 25 foot of water.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of guys that did well last year were fishing offshore and deeper, because the fish just weren't really up yet. It was, like we were talking about the fall, fish kind of move up, and they were still out deeper. And that's how it was won last year, but it doesn't mean that's the way it's going to be won this year, know. But I my strategy on that lake, just because it's so big, just running, making your morning run if you want to fish the other end, you're driving for 45 minutes.
Do you have an occasion where you throttle down, say you're going to make a cast on a rock structure, you sit there and be quiet for a second and then do a very long surgical cast, kind of in a quiet, it's hard to do on a tournament day.
Yeah, kind of like you let the ripples settle on your Rico kind of thing. Is that what you're kind of saying? Just sneak up on them?
But settle the boat down. I mean, because I'm going to talk about myself. I know you don't do it. But, I'll come in there balls the wall.
Yeah.
And shut the boat down, and I'll be up on the trolling motor with my jacket off before the bow settles down.
Can't do that, by the way. That's just in case everybody doesn't know, you can get a ticket for it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it's an interesting topic. I will let you know, Gary Dobbins, you might have heard of him. He's won the U.S. Open.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's one of the best. But long story short, he would run the coves and spin just to splash the water on the bank and try to stir things up, then start fishing. So there's 2 different mindsets on it.
There is. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to flip into a break. When we come back, we'll get this thing wrapped up, get on with the rest of the best of a 3-day holiday, and I'll be working my tail off. So, and then Darlington today with NASCAR. Oh, what fun. All right, this is Fox Sports 910. Matt Scherer's here. Doug's someplace. He's not telling the truth. And this is Fox Sports 910.
This is The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker.
I know it's been nearly 30 years since they won the Super Bowl, or even got to one, or even an NFC championship game for that matter. But I still am of the belief that it's Super Bowl or bust for the Cowboys.
With Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Tomorrow at 4 on your smart speaker, say play Fox Sports 910.
Looking to get in shape? Then you need to check out AsMed Weight Control with 2 Valley locations. AsMed Weight Control's cutting-edge programs have been carefully developed and refined over the last 30 years, with medical technology growing daily, and they strive to stay in the leading edge of the medical weight loss industry. Our programs use the best formulas for weight loss success strategy, with the use of appetite suppressants, vitamin supplements, B12 injections, and revolutionary lipotropic injections. AsMed Weight Control systems help you gain control of your weight loss battles by giving you the extra willpower by boosting your energy to get the most out of your busy lifestyle. And guys, they are the leader in testosterone therapy. Incredible results in Phoenix at 1241 East Northern Avenue and in Avondale, 2935 North Dysart Road. If you're looking to become a happier, healthier you, then start today by going to AsMedWeightControl.com. Again, here's that website because you don't want to miss this. AsMedWeightControl.com.
AZ Wildlife Conservation license plate on your car, truck, or RV and show the world you care. When you do, you are contributing to the AZ Wildlife Conservation Fund, which manages grants for habitat improvements and hunter-angler recruitment. Simply go online to servicearizona.com and select the AZ Wildlife Conservation plate for your license plate renewal. Show the world you care.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
Attention Arizona firearms owners. Have you been searching for that one-stop shop for all your firearm and gunsmithing needs? Search no more. Head over to 33rd Parallel Defense, where they do it all. Firearms and optics sales, repairs, slide and barrel milling, custom builds, trigger jobs, optics installs, scope ring lapping, projection leveling and laser zeroing, Cerakote, engraving and stipling. 33rd Parallel Defense, 10435 North Scottsdale Road, Scottsdale, Arizona, 480-525-8674.
Having trouble sleeping? On the podcast Nothing Much Happens, join yoga and meditation teacher Catherine Nicolai for peaceful bedtime stories to help you relax. Catherine weaves brain training techniques and storytelling to take your mind to a calm and comfy place.
Welcome to Bedtime Stories for Everyone, in which nothing much happens. You feel good, and then you fall asleep.
Listen to Nothing Much Happens on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It can happen easily. A few drinks become a few too many. It's time to go and you think of calling for a ride home. Nah, what's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Score big on sleep and savings during Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable beds. And get a $300 instant gift, good towards pillows and more.
Make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
This segment is brought to you by TheWilderness.com, makers of quality outdoor and tactical gear. TheWilderness.com.
That's just what Florida needs down there, Matt. You know, Biden's stumbling around down there. He can't walk on a flat sidewalk, much less over debris. God.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live. Oh, we're back. Okay. Sorry, Uncle Biden. Let's see. We can't reach Captain Bill on the Horizon. However, what we have learned is the Horizon has 30 anglers aboard on a 2.5-day trip. They have reported thus far 3 bluefin tuna, 2 California scorpion fish, nasty little booger. Now, it's interesting. They call what I'm calling Dorado mahi-mahi a dolphin fish. That's fine. 18 California yellowtail, 115. They must be down by Laos Rock, or maybe. I don't know. Rocco Bend. 115 whitefish, a couple of barracuda. They're down far because they've gotten bonita on board. 45 rockfish. Everything they've got on board the boat is wonderful table fare. You'll love the whitefish. You gangfish. You got 5 hooks, cut bait, big old glob of weight. Down you go. Ching, ching.
It's like drop shotting.
Yeah, you can you can feel the fish hitting because it keeps getting heavier and heavier and heavier.
There's no rules on how many hooks you can have?
Nope.
Really?
No. If you want a long line, hell, you can have 400 hooks out there.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's a big
now you're
drop.
talking.
That's a big drop shot. Okay, well, my point in all of this is you can book the Horizon directly on Horizon Sport Fishing or the Malahini boat, Malahini Sport Fishing. Captain Bill and Dale and Gerson are running the Horizon, and I don't know what I'm going to do with Captain Bill. I said, I'll come over and drive the boat. He goes, only if you sit on my lap. I say, I sit on my lap. Stop it. Oh. All righty. I appreciate you coming down. So
I appreciate you having me. Always fun.
You're always a great guest. We'd really like to do some stuff with you up there on Mojave. I don't know how we're going to do that. But anyway, we'll keep in touch and see how we can follow you along up there, and maybe get a camera boat and come up and fiddle around.
Be awesome. Yeah, and there's 150 boats, and of course a lot of the Arizona guys. Johnny Johnson, Andrew Napoleon, all of us. Going to be out there working hard.
We got to pull for the Arizona boys, because you got a lot of California knuckleheads over there.
Josh Bertrand beat them all last year, and
I know, man. Between you, Johnny, Andrew, and it's like, golly.
Yeah, but you asked me about the strategy. I've had so many good days there just covering water. So top water, swim baits, jerk baits, just trolling motor on, and I have to say, lithium batteries, my Battleborn batteries, I don't even worry about it, and it's just nice to know that I'm not going to have a dead battery.
How do you feel supporting China with those lithium batteries?
They're made right in Nevada.
I know. I'm just punching.
But I know where the lithium comes from. No, I hear you, but it's been I hate the game changer word, but it really. The Walmart batteries we used to use, if you were on them hard at noon, you're paddling.
Well, Andrew tells me you're shopping for an electric motorhome. Is that true?
No, not at all. Not at all. But I do have the batteries in there and inverters and all the cool stuff.
How many batteries you got in the motorhome?
5 total. So you can run I can run the air conditioner from my batteries, not for long, but
including the cab, the truck.
Yeah, including the truck. I have 400 amp hour batteries in the coach with a 3,000 watt inverter, so I can run my satellite TV, coffee pots. I mean, it's a cool setup. And what I'm real excited about is, and they were booked up till December. It's called U-Join Off-Road, and there's a location in Colorado where I'm going, and I'm gonna spend a little bit of money because I was thinking about getting a truck until I saw the prices of them, and because I wanted 4-wheel drive just in case. You don't need 4-wheel drive until you need it, but we're gonna put a 6-inch lift on that motorhome and convert it to 4-wheel drive.
Really,
the bumpers and the lights, and it's gonna be
you're styling,
on
dude.
the front end. Yeah, so I'm real excited about that. And
so you're going for the from the Lowered Empire to the Highwinder Club.
Yeah, it's gonna look like a stomper, basically. If I'm dating myself, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's definitely not cheap, but it's cheaper than a truck. Put it that way. And every time I take my truck, having to pack a bag and I forget something.
You're looking at $80,000 investment on a truck
for what I wanted.
Yeah.
So it's just nice, not to have a suitcase and I forgot this, forgot that. I just turn the key and I go. So I have all my clothes in there. It's just it's a, people used to make fun of me, and I'd park in the Walmart parking lots or go to the gym and take a good shower.
All they want to.
Well, guess what? Now it's cool. And, there's people living in vans all over the place now.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, as long as you're not wearing, paisley spandex in a Walmart. Stop it.
So, everybody, at the fire department, when I was, working with Gilbert Fire, they'd send out their Christmas cards to their beautiful families and kids. And, I just got back from the lake. And so I had somebody take a picture of me sitting in a lawn chair outside of Walmart by myself, from my family to yours.
Nice.
There you go.
I had Jim Allen. Jim Allen was in here a week or so ago. He's the editor of Western Outdoor Times, Arizona Boating and Water Sports, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Jim.
Yeah.
I had Jim up at a deer camp. First time he'd been out there, and we're up there. Everybody's got camouflage on, and it's cold, and he's got his blue shirt and his blue shorts on. Jim,
right?
Yeah, and he looks at me and he goes, "There's a pretty fine line between homeless and hunters, isn't there?" I said, "Come on."
I like to call myself a high class hillbilly.
You're right there. All right. We got to get this thing wrapped up. I appreciate you coming down, Doug. We'll do the the newsletter post airtime. Sounds like we got to get them. We've got 3 fallen LEOs that we need to honor.
We also have a record mahi off of Washington that was caught.
Ooh, how heavy?
21. It's 21 pounds, 48 inches long.
And they caught that where?
Off the coast of Washington.
Washington. Wow, what the hell are they doing way up there? Come on.
Beats me. Nice looking fish.
Yeah. He must have turned left when he should have turned right.
GPS went out.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, we've got that, and then a little discussion on this guy, the poacher from Pendleton, Washington, or Oregon. God, I can't believe these guys. Anyway, listen, you guys be safe out there. Check your if you're pulling something, check your chains. Don't let it drag on the pavement. Stop it. Don't do that. If they're too long, twist them up until they don't drag on the pavement. And just be safe out there. Enjoy the weekend. Watch the weather if you're on the water. Situational awareness, the lack of it will kill you. Pay attention to these storms, and if you're in the woods, don't sit under the thundering pine trees. So, I'm Don McDowell,
Matt Shura,
and Doug up there at wherever Doug is. And take your kids fishing, hug your bass boat, like us on Facebook, sign up for the letter at huntingfishing.com.